Hi, my name is Annie, and I want to thank you so much for the privilege of your time for some meditation practice today together. This can bring us from a place of frustration, anxiety, overwhelm, distraction, restlessness, into feeling grounded, stable, centered, safe, feeling an inner ease. And it doesn't have to be a long practice. It can be 20 minutes a day, even less some days. Just a way to stabilize, just like we do all of the other habits that we do during the day to support ourselves, from healthy food or making sure we're brushing our teeth well in the morning and exercising, getting out in nature. All of these things, meditation research is showing, has become more and more an essential in our overly distracted world. So we all want to be seen and heard and recognized. And far too often, with our distracted, very busy world, we might move into frustration easily because we don't feel that way when we're communicating with friends and loved ones, coworkers. And this can build our sense of frustration simply because we're not seen and heard the way we want to be. So this practice is to offer some support to this for ourselves. And when we start to support ourselves, then what happens is we end up supporting not only ourselves, but others every day that we come into contact with. So let's take a comfortable posture and start to calm and re-stabilize our whole system, our nervous system, our thinking mind, our heart, our breathing. Let's bring them all into alignment. If you're seated upright, just make sure your spine is upright and dignified. And yet at the same time, we're alert and awake and clear here. There's also a sense of rest in the body. It's a relaxation in that we're trying to let go of all of the built up tension in our body. So we are seated. We can close our eyesight down if this is something that's comfortable for you. We can start to scan through our head, the very top of the head, bringing our focus here. And this can be very restabilizing for us. Just to take a scan through our systems and our body. And bring our mind a place of complete focus within the body, through our forehead, scanning the eyebrows and the eyes and the muscles all around the eyes, behind the eyes, the jaw. Even just a tiny little shift in the jaw might release some tightness in the throat. Noticing any clenching or rawness in the throat. In our upper chest and our shoulder blades on our back. Inviting a complete immersion into our shoulders, down our arms, into our hands and our palms. really saturate your focus in the palms of the hands. They work very hard, these hands. And these palms have a lot of sensation to communicate with us. We could maybe feel that now. So we're really exploring the felt sense in the body now. Inviting any area that maybe does feel tense or tender or tight. Invite it to loosen, soften. I can feel in my shoulders this gripping, and just making the invitation to myself. This kind of internal invitation is the best kind of true self-care. Inviting a release within our own body. Bringing all of our focused awareness right within ourselves here, traveling down through the rib cage. We could notice the muscles in the rib cage feel gripped perhaps or tight. Or maybe we notice breathing is restricted in some way. In the lungs, we could invite and take a deep inhale and exhale, just here to encourage the lungs to fully in and fully out with the breath. Slowly, deeply, with ease. Feeling into our lower belly, taking a breath in and out of this lower belly. Really start and initiate the breath from the lower belly as we engage the deepest part of the nervous system in the gut. Releasing for exhaling here. Inhaling into the pelvis, in the groin area. Again, noticing if there's tightness or a holding. Can we soften and just rest and relax? Release any holding. In the pelvis, down to the feet. Noticing sensations in the feet, the soles of the feet. And now that we've really very carefully and deliberately paid attention to our own bodies, we can work with the breath. Also very intentionally to bring ease and well-being into every cell in the body using our breath. Inhaling a very slow, steady inhale, starting in the belly and working the inhale up into the chest. And a very slow, smooth exhale, releasing. We're going to use a rhythm of about a count of 5 on the inhale and exhale to create a coherent rhythm. Continuing inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, starting in the belly, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, continue to find your own slow rhythm here. Exhaling, really engaging deep down into the belly on the inhale and the exhale. Inhaling, exhaling, If it helps to count, if it gives your mind a place to focus, continue with your own count and your own rhythm. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. It might feel easier to use this rhythm and pattern. Exhaling. And you may find your body really feels more rebalanced by using this pattern. Inhaling. Our bodies love patterns. Exhaling. And this coherent style is really a boost to our overall health and well-being. Inhale. Exhaling. If you notice you get lost into thought, just come back to feeling the breath circulating, inhaling, the breath filling the whole body up on the inhale. And exhaling, releasing the air out, inviting a letting go, letting go, letting go on the exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. You may start to notice your body is feeling more tingles. That's very normal. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. This is an excellent daily practice, this kind of coherent breath. Exhaling. We'll continue a little bit more. Really immerse in this circle of breath, this cycle. Exhale. Just really stay with it. Stay focused here, feeling that the body is really responding. Inhaling. Exhaling. All of the parts of ourselves are resyncing, realigning. Inhaling. But using our focus, bringing our focus to this process too. Exhaling. Staying with your moment-to-moment experience. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll continue with this cycle of about 4 to 5 seconds. Longer, smoother, easier breaths in and out. Trying to stay at about 5 seconds. But instead, as we're pulling in and out here, we'll take this exhale here, or wherever you are. And then this next inhale, we're going to pull it into our heart center. So the breath is coming in through the nose and filling in the body, but we can really imagine we're pulling it into the heart center and then releasing it from the heart center out of the front and the back of us. Inhaling into the heart, pulling the air into the body through the heart center, that middle chest area. Releasing, exhaling with ease and calm out of that heart center. Even though it's a nasal breath, we could imagine we're pulling it in to the heart. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling. Continue with this slow, smooth rhythm. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And now we can just let go of that heart, chest area breathing. And let the breath come in and out naturally on its own. And just feel how the body feels. You could notice the tingling, the shimmery lightness, expanded, more spacious sense of the whole body. Notice how the mind feels, even inside the head. If there really feels like it's just a little lighter and easier up in the head. I'd like you to think of maybe a recent interaction with somebody that made you feel a little frustrated. Maybe it was even a pet. You had some interaction, and what was created from that interaction within you was a sense of frustration. It could have been something as simple as dirty dishes left in the sink, or some miscommunication with a friend. And your reaction was frustration. And yet when we lift this lid on the frustration and look deep down inside, we could notice that perhaps the frustration leads to something that's rooted to something within us that's not really about that frustration, about that interaction, but maybe rooted in us about not being heard, not being seen. Perhaps a sense of impatience bubbles up, or caring. We could explore that perhaps there's some link to something bigger within us from a long time ago. That when these small moments happen during our day that cause us frustration, it could be simply something within us that needed validation, needed care, needed to be seen, needed to be heard from a long time ago, perhaps childhood. And this issue that's within us gets activated in different ways in our daily life now as a way to point us to places we can heal ourselves and recognize in ourselves these places we want to feel connected and seen and heard. And we can offer this to ourselves. That's what this is about. Okay. I can create more patience around this frustration because I see the root of it. We can start to explore these frustrations we have and link them to something in us that's calling for our attention. So it tends to move us from frustration into seeing more clearly about ourselves. We could take one more breath in and out together. And thank yourself for showing up and using this time to practice and bringing yourself into a sense of wholeness and away from frustrations.